and welcome to CFC Fan TV. Now, as you know, it is the international breaks. I know, I'm bored as well. I hate not being at the bridge. So I thought I'd go through the 5 things that I want to see Chelsea FC do the minute we get back from international duty. In at number 1 is squad rotation. Now, we've been very lucky and fortunate to have Hazard come back from the World Cup and gradually feature his way in. But I do want to see some of the youngsters play. I do want to see the likes of Hudson-Odoi. I do want to see the likes of Loftus-Cheek getting a little bit more game time, because when we come back from international breaks, we're going to start having games in other competitions. We've got the Europa League, we've got the Carabao Cup against Liverpool. They're really, really big games, and I think in order to maintain full fitness, especially for the Premier League, now we seem to be in the running of maybe having a top spot there. We do need to have a little bit of rotation in the squad, and if that means dropping some of our better players in our Europa League fixtures, things like that, then I think that's definitely something that we should be doing. And I think actually just for fitness purposes, we do need to have extra options, and for that, and if they're going to be good options, we need them to have game time. So yeah, definitely a little bit more squad rotation in the team. In at number 2 is having a stronger first half. Now, I think you can all agree that our results have been fantastic. We're 4 wins out of 4, 12 points. That's something that I didn't think we'd achieve with our new manager so quickly. And I think overall we performed very well. The thing we've lacked is being able to kill off games in the first half. And I think if you look at the games against Newcastle, against Bournemouth, we are going to have very tough games where they do play very defensively, and it is going to be hard for us to break through. But what we do need to be making sure that we do is, just taking a shot at goal, trying something different, taking a risk, doing something like that, because our inability to create something in the first half does worry me for a little bit, and not when we come to playing teams like Bournemouth, because in the end I think you could see that we were in control of that game and we were going to get the win. But I think when we play teams like Liverpool, who have an extremely strong attacking force, not even in their first starting 11, I do think we're going to need to create something out of nothing. I do think we're going to need to create goals in the first half to make sure that we get the win in those games. Number 3 is making sure our back line is a little bit more steady. Now, I think a lot of the pundits have been very critical of David Luiz, as have I. Rory won't be happy with me saying this when he watches this video, but I do think we need to get it a little bit more stable, because like I say, when we come to playing more games, the last thing we want to be doing is conceding a goal. And it's all very well getting the wins out of difficult games, and I fully appreciate the fact that the Premier League is one of the toughest leagues in the world, and you never know what's going to happen in any game, whether they're a top 4 side or a bottom 3 side. But I do think that overall, if we can get that back line solid, it will help us keep more clean sheets, and we will be more confident going into other games, and we will be more of a threat to other teams, knowing that it's not going to be easy to get a goal against us. In at number 4 is the world's most expensive goalkeeper. That is Kepa. I still can't pronounce his full name, so I'll try and get better at that in future. But yeah, he hasn't really had anything major to do yet. I would say, like I said, I think he should have probably saved the goal against Newcastle. Obviously, we kept a clean sheet against Bournemouth, which was great, but I need to see a little bit more of what he can do. I would hope to think that when we come to playing the likes of Liverpool and West Ham, I know West Ham are not having the greatest of times at the moment, but we do struggle away at the Olympic Park. So he needs to prove to us that he can make some very good saves, and if our back line does fail, that he is the man there to save the day. And point 5, it can't be anything else other than I need to see some consistency from Morata. I need to see some goals. I'm not saying that he hasn't improved on last season, because he has, but I think a lot of fans are giving him up till Christmas to prove himself. And although we are seeing teams like Newcastle play very defensively and making it very difficult for him, so I don't want to be too harsh, he does need to start using his own initiative. He does need to start scoring some goals. He does need to start creating something out of nothing and getting himself into space, or allowing space for other players, just doing something that I think is worthy of a place in the starting 11. Otherwise, for me, Olivier Giroud is going to have to come in. So there you have it, guys. Those are my 5 things that I want to see after the international break. Comment below, what improvements do you think the team can make to ensure that we go into these big games against Liverpool, full force and in with a very good chance of winning. And if you like this video, of course, please click the subscribe button, and I will try and do 5 things for you every single week. God, you Blues.